I don't know how I would be today without it. I really don't know. I've grown so much as a person from it, just in confidence and education, and on a competitive level, it's taken me all over the world, basically. As a U.S. team member, I've been able to travel to many different countries and compete with, other athletes from everywhere, from about 61 countries, and it's amazing. Tae Kwan Do is a Korean martial art, and really it's kind of a conglomerate of karate. Being a U.S. team member, it's a great responsibility. I take it extremely serious. I consider myself a diplomat as well. All of us as Olympic athletes do kind of take that creed and try to become diplomats more than athletes, through sportsmanship and training, and with athletes from all over the world. It's the most amazing thing. I started martial arts in Turkey, and I was just always very interested in Asian culture, Asian martial arts, things like that from Bruce Lee movies. Rule number one is you're always a student, no matter what position that you hold. If you ever let that go, if you ever forgot about that you thought, oh, I'm not a student anymore, already you've lost the most important part of Tae Kwan Do. So when you're a student, because you have a little passion and you're really trying hard, that makes a good teacher. In fighting, it's very important that you kind of look at three main things. Number one, you have to be physically superior to your opponent. The second thing is you really need to be mentally superior to your opponent. And in that case, you really have to study fighting. You can't just participate in it, but you have to begin to try to understand it. And then the last one, which is really tough to kind of quantify, is you really should be spiritually superior to your opponent. And and it's not spiritually necessarily in a religious sense, but in a, maybe a philosophical or a passion sense. The more passionate fighter who really loves and believes what they do usually is more successful when it comes down to that quality. Black belt doesn't really mean expert, as we assume it does sometimes. It doesn't mean killer or badass or anything crazy like that. To become a black belt, it is just the tip of the iceberg, and really the first step for training. Everything before that is just learning basics. And black belts, they're just people that know the basics. I can't describe it. To be in a venue or a place with somebody from a different country, religion, or even politic, and share the same passion, it just makes you understand that everyone in the world is the same. We just live in a different place.